content should be generating you income. You should be making income while you're on these apps. It is diabolical how so many of you guys spend hours upon hours upon hours on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, but you're not even getting paid for your time. You do realize that these apps make millions upon billions of dollars. There's so much money to be made, but instead of creating the content to make the money, you'd rather be the consumer of the content. Make it make sense. If you are not generating income while you're here, that's a problem that we have got to fix today, not tomorrow and not next week. No, ma'am. It's got to get fixed today. Something else I want you ladies to understand is this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you are asleep. See, the goal is to build generational wealth, right? But you can't do that if the only time you make money is if you're actively working for it. At some point, you're going to want to take vacations, right? You're going to want to spend more time with your family, your children. You may even want to start practicing self-care. Hell, maybe you want to get 8 hours of sleep for once. If the only time that you make money is if you're actively working for it, well, then that's a problem that we have to fix today. But so many of you guys want to put things off until tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. You haven't learned yourself by now. At your big age, you haven't learned that tomorrow doesn't exist for you. We've got to fix it now, not tomorrow, now. What I want you guys to understand is this. Good morning. You only need one digital product in your store. See, some of you guys get hung up on making ebook after ebook after ebook. You got about 10 ebooks, and then you want to go create another one, but you haven't even sold the first one. You only need one. And that one product that you do choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because my digital product business changed mine. Good morning. I took one digital product that I made and I sold it over and over and over again to hundreds upon thousands of people. But do you want to know why you're not getting it done? You want to know the truth, the raw truth? The truth is, ladies, you live in fear. Thank you. You live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you've been doing for a very long time, some of y'all decades. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of failing. You're so fearful at sucking at something that you've never done before. And all of this fear that you refuse to let go of is the very thing that is stealing your dream life from you. It is stealing it. And you let it daily. Because let's be real, you know exactly what kind of life you want to live. Am I lying? You've been manifesting, right? That's what you call it, manifesting. You've been manifesting it, okay? Manifesting only exists when you actually do the thing to get you closer to the goal. But some of y'all have convinced yourself that if you put it on a vision board, that you're doing something. No, you've been manifesting it. You've been praying about it. You've been hoping, wishing, and watching about it, but you're not getting it because you won't let go of fear. And every single day that you don't live the life that you've wanted to live is another day that you could have, but you chose to allow fear to steal it from you. You are going to have to let go of fear. You are going to have to let go of fear so that you can finally live the life that you've always wanted to live. Okay? For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Jasmine. This morning, ladies, we're going to be building our online business from scratch, okay, from the very beginning. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your ebook. But not only am I going to teach you, thank you, how to create your ebook, ladies, most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build you. Contrary to popular belief, it's you that's getting in your own way. Okay, I know some of you guys love to play victim Olympics. Some of y'all love to play the blame game. In your eyes, you're perfect as is, and there's nothing for you to change. I'm here to burst your bubble. You are holding you back. It is your lack of consistency. It is your lack of discipline. It is your lack of confidence. It is your lack of prioritizing yourself in your own life. You're the woman who does for everyone else, but you refuse to do for yourself. And let me ask you, how has that been going for you? Are you getting things done? Are you making the money that you always wanted to make? Are you creating the content? Are you losing the weight? Are you reaching your goals? Because if the answer is no, that means it's not working. So that means it's time to change up some things. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. So if what you've been doing day to day is not working, that is confirmation that you need to change it. You need to change it so that you can finally get the results that you've been wanting. All right. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to take notes. If I know anything about you, you're human, which means you're bound to forget because life and stresses. But if you write it down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, good morning, Val, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done. Okay. One last thing, the key word of this live is going to be execution. I know it's backwards. TikTok moved the mirror button. I don't know how to fix it, so we just gonna be backwards today. The key word of this live is execution, okay? You're gonna have to execute. You're gonna have to do it, all right? You can't keep talking about it. You can't keep watching other people talk about it. You have to do it. I don't know what world you live in, but in the real world, in order to get something done, that's going to require you to do it. So not only are you going to take notes, but you have to do it, ladies. You got to do it. All right. If I say anything this morning that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen. YouTube, I see 35 people on here and only one thumbs up. The math ain't math. And the more we interact with these lives, ladies, the more TikTok and YouTube will push these lives out to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women have no clue that they're their own worst enemy. No, they're playing victim Olympics. They think it's everybody else. It's them. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. What is a digital product and how will we build our business? All right. A digital product, ladies, is something that you don't have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You just don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out somewhere in the cloud. Okay. You're going to create something to sell, and it can be anything. Please don't overthink because some of y'all are really good at that. 9 times out of 10, there's something that you're already really good at. There's something that you already have a passion for. Ask yourself, what is something that people are always asking you to do for free? Whatever that thing is, that's probably your business idea. But because you overthink, you don't see it. All right. And you don't have to make an ebook. You could do an e-course. You could do workbooks and journals. You could do affirmation guides. You could even do private communities. I love private communities. Okay. I've made hundreds upon thousands off of private communities alone. So anything that you want to do, I promise you, you can do it. But in order to do it, you got to let go of fear. Okay. It don't work. You're either going to do it and let go of fear, or you're going to stay scary and not get none done. All right. Now I'm going to give y'all 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them. So not only are you going to download it, you're going to open it up and you're going to use it. Okay. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. We are building our online business from scratch. If I'm saying anything this morning that is resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, make sure you guys double tap the screen, like, comment, and share the live. Good morning. The more we interact with these lives, the more TikTok and YouTube will push these lives out to more people. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok. Then they're going to turn around and make fake accounts pretending to be me messaging you. Don't let it happen. Do not let it happen. Okay. All right. She said, do these work for people in the Middle East? Yes. Anywhere you have Wi-Fi. So if you're on TikTok, that means these apps will work for you too. Absolutely. App number 1 is Canva. Good morning. Good morning. You will be using this app for everything, everything. Okay. Good morning. So maybe you do want to create content. Very good. Canva has hundreds of thousands of Instagram reel templates for you, everything. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I tell you guys all the time, get on YouTube, start your channel. YouTube has thousands upon thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates. And for those of y'all who do not know, the thumbnail is just that picture that you see before you click on the actual YouTube video. All of the creators, including myself, are getting them off of Canva, okay? And maybe you do want to create an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you how to make this morning. And you want it to look all professional and branded. Very good. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there for you. Okay. Everything you need, I promise you, you can find it on Canva. Okay. Now, before we get into app number 2, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who's still holding on to fear. She knows who she is. She's scary as hell. And she's saying things to herself like, Jazz, I would love to start an online business, but I'm not tech savvy. What if I'm too old for this? What if it's too late for me? Okay. Well, before you run away like you always do, I need you to listen. The very first thing I want you to understand is this. Ladies, you woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every single day that you wake up means that you were blessed with another day, another opportunity to work on your goals. Until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late. So get that out of your head, please. Number two, you are extremely tech savvy. See, a lot of you guys love to sell yourself short. You never give yourself credit where credit is due because let's be real, you're on social media all day long. You're liking, commenting, sharing, and archiving. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and you will build your online business. And number three, for my ladies who do think they're too old, what did we just say? We said we were going to sell our knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. So it's time to get to selling. Okay? All right. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Do you have to download Canva on your computer? No, you can use the website, canva.com. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. Now, if you want to use your cell phone, then yes, I would recommend you download the app. But if you're going to be using your laptop, I love to use my laptop. You can use the website, okay? But some people don't have a laptop. So if you just have your phone, we're going to start with what you have, which is the phone. So go ahead and download the app, all right? App number 2, good morning, is ChatGPT. You will be using this app for everything. Everything, okay? YouTube, make sure you guys thumbs up the live. TikTok, double tap the screen. The more we interact with these lives, ladies, good morning, the more TikTok and YouTube will push these lives out to more people, okay? ChatGPT. Now, this is AI. This is AI, and this will make your life very, very, very easy, okay? So maybe you do want to create content, excuse me, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. You don't have to know because ChatGPT will tell you. Maybe you do want to start that YouTube channel, but you're camera shy and you're just not too sure what to say in the videos. Fine. What if I told you ChatGPT will script the entire video for you? And maybe you do want to write an ebook, but you're just not too sure what to put in the ebook. Okay. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end? Ladies, I cannot make this up. It has never been easier than today to start your online business. But again, you keep holding yourself back. You keep telling yourself what you can't do and what you're not good at and what's not going to work for you. And until we change you, none of this is going to apply. That is the truth. So I gave you Canva and I gave you ChatGPT. Now we have to put it together and write it. All right. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Good morning. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, hello, my name is Jasmine. We are building our online business from scratch. She said we may never reach goals, opportunities, and blessings represented on a vision board if we do not let go of fear. Absolutely. You don't need to create a vision board. You just need to execute. You done already made all the vision boards. You've been journaling and journaling and journaling. At this point, it's time to do it, ladies. I can't make this up. You don't get a business by watching people talk about business. You don't become a content creator by watching people talk about content creation. You don't lose weight by watching people talk about weight loss. How do you lose 10 pounds by sitting on TikTok watching people talk about weight loss? You don't. You lose weight by getting in the kitchen, by meal prepping, by going outside and getting your steps in and going to the gym, not by watching. There's a disconnect, and I'm trying to connect it for you. In order to actually get it done, you have to put these phones down and do it. Okay? All right. You're going to open up the Chat GPT app. This is prompt number 1. Here we go. Write this down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Good morning. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Thank you for the follow. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put "got that" in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. Good morning, good morning. For those of y'all, also make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine, and we are building our online business from scratch. If I'm saying anything that's resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping that screen. If you've got that, put "got that" in the chat. Thank you, Nisi. Yes, I can repeat it. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Yes, the early bird does get the worm. Absolutely. I am an early bird. I like to get everything done first thing in the morning before the world wakes up. I like to feel like I'm ahead. Okay, you're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I want you to write this down. This says consistent. Write it down, write it down, write it down. And then after you write it down, I need you to go ahead and underline it. And then I want you to go ahead and circle it. Starting right now, you and I are going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent. Because believe it or not, a lot of you guys are extremely confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think consistent means once in a while. Some of y'all think consistent means if you feel like it. Some of y'all think consistent means if you have time. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be locking in and working on your business or any goals that you have for yourself, bare minimum 4 out of the 7 days. You are going to have to be consistent. Now, I don't care about the amount of time. If you want to spend 20 minutes 4 days a week, fine. If you want to spend 10 hours 4 days a week, fine. I don't care. But what you will start doing is showing up for yourself consistently. And don't you dare try to sit here and tell me that you don't have time to do it. That is a lie that you continue to tell yourself so that you can feel better about your poor decisions. Because let's be clear, if you have time to scroll on these TikTok lives all day, like a lot of y'all do, you have more than enough time to work on this. If you have time to watch YouTube video after YouTube video, you have more than enough time to work on this. If you have time to catch up on your favorite TV shows and watch movie after movie, if you have time to go to happy hour and gossip on the phone with your friends, you have more than enough time to show up for yourself. You are going to have to be consistent if you want any of this to work. And if you are not willing to do that, then just go ahead and leave now. I don't want to waste your time because time is precious. Time is valuable. So just leave, because I promise you, if you're not consistent, nothing that I say to you this morning is going to apply to you. It will not work. That is a 1000% guarantee. You're going to have to be consistent. Now, let's make consistency easy because life is hard enough, okay? Life is life and stress is stressing and then bills is piling up. So let's make it easy so that we can actually be consistent this time, okay? Listen, here's the secret. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you do things that you actually enjoy doing, okay? I want you to go through the list that ChatGPT gave you and only pick ideas that you truly have a passion for. I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I would love to talk about all day, every day, if I could get paid to do it? And whatever that thing is, that is the business for you. Because see, when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to show up for it. Now you have something in your day to look forward to. This is how we walk in purpose. Ladies, when you wake up every day doing the things that you love, you carry this new energy on you. It radiates through you because you're genuinely happy. I'm not just trying to get you to make money. I also want you to be happy with your life. I truly want you to be happy with your life. And the only way that's going to happen is if you wake up every day doing what you love to do. So please do yourself a favor and only pick things that you truly have a passion for so that you can easily be consistent. See, some of you guys shoot yourself in the foot because what you do is take the hard route. Some of y'all love to struggle. You love to make life harder than it needs to be. And so what you have done is you've chosen a niche in something that you don't even care about. You chose that niche because someone on one of these apps told you that it was trending. But it doesn't matter how trending something is. If you're not consistent, you won't make a dime. I promise you. So stop making life hard. Make it easy. Do what you love so that you can be consistent with it so you can actually get the results that you want. Okay? Okay. One more thing before we move into prompt number 2. This is critical. Good morning. This is critical. Prompt number 1 was give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Okay. Now, one more thing before we move forward. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say this morning, I need you to remember this, please. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Good morning. Money flows where energy goes. I'm going to say it again. Money flows where energy goes. Don't you ever forget it. If you are anything like how I used to be, you are giving all of your energy away. You have literally become an energy vending machine. You just handing it out to any and everybody who wants it. And half of these people that you've given it to, they're not even reciprocating it back to you. You are giving all of your energy to your job and your coworkers. You are giving all of your energy to your friends. You are giving all of your energy to your husband, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You are giving all of your energy to your children. You are giving all of your energy to your aging parents. You are giving all of your energy to the news and celebrity gossip. And by the time you sit down to focus on something for yourself, you can't. You can't. Why? Because you keep giving all of your energy away. That's a choice, by the way, that you choose every day. And that is exactly why you feel drained. That's why you feel frustrated. That's why you feel resentment. That's why you feel anxious and depressed, because you make the choice every single day to give all of your energy away. And again, if these people were reciprocating the energy back to you, you wouldn't feel drained because it'd be an equal level of give and take. They give, you take, you give, they take. Thank you, Kimmy, but that's not what's going on here. You're doing all of the giving, they're doing all of the taking, and that's why you feel the way you feel. So starting right now, we're going to cut all that crap out. And we are going to start being stingy with our energy. And we are going to start telling people no. No is a complete sentence. So what that means is you don't have to explain anything to anybody. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. You can still be an amazing wife and a successful entrepreneur. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. You never do. You can still be an amazing mother and a successful entrepreneur. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and listen to your friend complain about her problems. You're not a licensed therapist in the first place. Tell her to go get a counselor. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you matter too. Your happiness is important too. So you are going to have to start telling people no. No, I cannot keep loaning you money. That is money that I could be spending on my business. No, I cannot keep giving you rides. That is time. that I could be spending on my business. No, I cannot sit here and listen to you talk about your problems. I think it's best for you to go find a counselor. Because when you start telling people no, you start saying yes to you. Money flows where energy goes. So when you start putting energy back into self, the money flows right behind it. Okay? Don't you ever forget it. All right, very good. Now, back to these prompts. Once you choose the digital product idea that you want to use, you're going to type this in. Here we go. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're going to hit enter. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Yes, you have to be selfish in order to be selfless. You have to be selfish in order to be selfless. Okay? The people in the world who are genuinely the most happy know how to tell people no and don't feel guilty about it. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're going to hit enter. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. Also, you guys, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, double tap the screen, like, comment, and share the live. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok. And they make fake accounts. And then they're going to pretend to be me and message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, because they're coming for you. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. All right, you're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to start your online business from scratch, because ChatGPT literally wrote this ebook for you. It wrote it. The only thing you have to do now is copy and paste. This is why I keep telling you that you're getting in your own way, because it's already been done. It's already been done. Okay. So now all you got to do is copy and paste. You're going to open up the Canva app. In the search bar, you're going to type in ebooks, hit enter. Okay. It's going to give you thousands upon thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. They're all customizable, meaning you can swap out colors, fonts, pictures, whatever you want. Copy and paste. Okay. Now, for my ladies who love to overthink, you know who you are. Thank you, Kale. You know exactly who you are. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it's not getting you anywhere. So stop. Stop. I want you to write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. All right. This is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Stop overthinking. The only thing I need your ebook to be is clean, simple, and legible. Clean, simple, legible. As long as it's those three things, it is good enough. You are good enough. All right? You will copy and paste. Now, once you have finished copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you're going to download it as a PDF file. PDF. You will then upload the file to your hosting site. Write these down. Here we go. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more out there, absolutely, but these are some of the most popular ones. And your product only needs to be on one of these, not all five. If you've got all of that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. Let me know that you are here and that you are present. Good morning. Good morning. Excuse me. Excuse me. And while I wait for you guys to put got that in the chat, I want to talk to you guys about our comfort zone. Our comfort zone. Y'all love your comfort zone. We all do. And if you don't know what a comfort zone is, your comfort zone is just your daily routines and habits. It's what you do on a day-to-day basis. It's the path of least resistance. It's what's most familiar to you. It's the people that you talk to regularly. It's the environments that you frequent. It's the excuses that you have. It's the distractions that you refuse to let go of. It's the vices that you're addicted to. It's just your daily routines and habits. It's the content that you watch. It's the way you spend your free time. That is your comfort zone. But have you noticed that the life you want is not in your comfort zone? Have you noticed that? The financial freedom that you claim you want so badly is not in your comfort zone. The confidence that you say you want is not in your comfort zone. The business that you say you want is not in your comfort zone. If it was, you wouldn't be here. If you were truly getting all of the things that you wanted in life, you would not be on this live this morning. You would be out living your best life, but you're not. You're scrolling social media all day because the life that you're looking for, the freedom that you want, is not in your comfort zone. You've been looking for years and you haven't found it because it's not there. You are going to have to make a decision. You are going to have to decide to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone every single day to slowly but surely get you to the results that you say you want so badly. So instead of you scrolling social media for 5 hours a day, why can't you drop it down to 4.5? And then use those other 30 minutes that you would have been scrolling and lock in on your business. Instead of sitting on the phone and gossiping with your friends for 2 hours, why can't you drop it down to 1.5 hours and spend the last 30 minutes working on your business? You are going to have to start making changes in your life if you truly want to change your life. It all starts with you. You are the common denominator in your own life. And everything that you say you want is outside of that comfort zone that you refuse to leave. If you don't believe me, fine. Keep doing what you've been doing. I don't have to convince you. Keep doing what you've been doing. Just make sure you come back a year from now and let me know how it's going. I already know how it's going to go. You're going to be doing the exact same thing that you did last year. The only thing different about you will be the fact that you got 1 year older. It's crazy how so many people are afraid to leave their comfort zone. But what I find even more scarier is to get older doing the exact same thing. And I'm sure we all know people like that. You haven't seen some of these people in 5 years. And when you run into them at the store or when you see them on Facebook, they're doing the exact same thing. That's going to be you. That will be you if you don't make the decision to leave your comfort zone. Just imagine how much progress you could make in 2 weeks if you just committed 30 minutes a day to doing something off of your list. Just imagine what kind of life you could be living in 6 months if every single day you just committed to 30 minutes. Just imagine what kind of woman you would be in a year if you just committed to 30 minutes. And time flies. It's already 6 months into 2026. So it's not going to be that long. You would be unrecognizable. You got to leave that comfort zone, ladies. There's nothing for you there. You've been searching for years. You haven't found the happiness that you're looking for. That is confirmation. It's time to leave. It's time to do something different. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get back to these Hosting sites. I use Stan Store. I love Stan Store. Stan Store is great, okay? But Stan Store is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is extremely high if your business is not making that yet, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, Stan Store is not for you, okay? So go ahead and cross that out. Instead, I want you on Gumroad because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start. All right. Now, what I know about you is this: you're going to make money. How can I be so sure? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and most importantly, you said you were going to execute. So when you do start generating income, then you can transfer everything over to Stan Store later, because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance today, in case you did not know. Buy now, pay later is taking over. Taking over. Buy now, pay later includes Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Zip, Affirm, PayPal. There's so many out there. Buy now, pay later is the preferred payment option. Why do you think they put Klarna and Afterpay on DoorDash? Because people are using it. That's why. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you will just start with what you have and what you can afford. You will start on Gumroad. You will start building your business, making money, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay. So what we just did was we made the ebook. We took Canva and we took ChatGPT. We put it together and we wrote it, right? Then we downloaded it. Then we uploaded it to our hosting site. I need to make something clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook that we just did should not take you longer than 2 hours to do. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm going to give you grace. I'm going to give you 2. And just so we're clear, I don't care how old you are. To me, age ain't nothing but a number. What you're not going to do is try to convince me that it takes you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. That's a bold-faced lie. And I know you know how to copy and paste because you copy and paste the links to reels and you send them back and forth in the group chats all day long. So you know how to copy and you know how to paste. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to do that, we have a serious problem that you and I have to fix right now, not tomorrow, right now. One of the issues that you might be struggling with, and I used to be guilty of this too, so this is how I know, okay? You're trying to be a perfectionist, right? So what that means is everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who will waste 6 months of her life that she will never, ever, ever get back just to overthink her brilliant idea and second guess her greatness. And then when you do finally decide to get started, you're going to take things out. Then you're going to put things back. Then you're going to get irritated and frustrated because it's still not perfect. And you're going to have all this OCD. And then you're going to give up on it again. Then you're going to let 3 more months go by that you'll never get back just to overthink some more. And when you finally decide yet again to reset and restart, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the craziest thing about all of this is these people that you're asking, they're not even business owners. These aren't even people that you respect and that you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think of you because you're insecure. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste your precious, valuable time that you will never get back. Mm, mm, mm. She said, "That's me." Bless your heart. She said, "Oh, it's feel a little too personal now." Good. Good. Bless your heart. Listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. And I'm going to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. Just know I'm saying it out of love. You are not perfect at all. You are flawed. I am not perfect at all. I am flawed. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is flawed. See, what you really are is scary. You're scary as hell. You've been living in fear. And on my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you've been doing. You have been running away from your brilliant idea, your $1,000,000 idea for years because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You are so fearful of failing. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful at sucking at something that you've never done before. And all of this fear that you refuse to let go of is the very thing that is stealing your dream life from you. It is literally stealing it, and you allow it to every single day. Because let's be real with ourselves. You know exactly what kind of life you want to live. You know exactly what side of town you want to live on. You know what kind of vacations you want to take with your family. And most importantly, you know exactly how much money you want to leave your children when you're no longer here. You know all of the things. But every single day that you don't live like that is another day that you could have, but you allowed fear to steal it from you. And you do that every day. And if you want to dig even deeper into why we hold on to all this fear in the first place, the truth of it is, it's because we are self sabotaging. That's what all this is. This is self sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. That's why I keep telling you it's you getting in your own way. This is self inflicted. This is not your husband's fault. This is your fault. It's you. And the reason why we self sabotage is because we have fragile egos. And your ego is terrified of feeling disappointment if you try something new, if you put yourself out there, and if you don't get the results that you want. You are terrified of feeling disappointment, so you will self sabotage to avoid it. You will self sabotage by using the excuse of, I'm too busy. Man, cut the crap. You are not too busy. How are you too busy, but you're on this live right now? That's a lie that you continue to feed yourself so you can feel better about the poor decisions you make. You are not too busy. You scroll social media all day. You have time to catch up on your favorite movies and TV shows. You have time to go to happy hour. You have time to gossip on the phone. You have time to do all of the things. But you say that I'm too busy because you're self sabotaging. Because if you let go of that excuse, I'm too busy, well, then now that means you would actually have to do the thing that you've been avoiding. And if you actually sit there and you do it, and if you don't get the results that you want, you're terrified of feeling disappointment. So you will continue to hold on to the excuse of I'm too busy. Self sabotage. You will hold on to toxic relationships, toxic family, toxic friends. This is self sabotage. In your mind, well, they've been my friend for 20 plus years. I can't let them go. In your mind, well, that's my husband. That's my boyfriend. Even though he yells at me, even though he makes me feel less than, I can't leave him. In your mind, well, that's my family. They're blood. I can't let them go. Ma'am, they are draining you. They are using you. They are abusing you. But you continue to go where you're tolerated and not celebrated. They're toxic. But instead of you letting them go, you will self sabotage and hold on to relationships that you should have let go of years ago. Because if you let these people go, if you remove these people out of your life, well, your fear is, well, who would I be without them? I'm going to tell you exactly who you'd be. You'd be a confident woman because now you don't have people tearing you down. Now you have your resources because you're not giving them out to everybody. But because you're so terrified of feeling disappointment if you put yourself out there, if you try something new, and if you don't get the results that you want, you're terrified of feeling that disappointment. So you will continue to hold on to people who break you down instead of to just let them go. But I'm confused because earlier you said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of going to a job that drains you, that overworks you and underpays you. Those are the things you said. You said you were tired of giving up on yourself. You were tired of always starting and stopping. That's what you said. But every day that you live like that is another day that you're still living in disappointment because there's still things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. I am trying to help you fix it, but we cannot fix it if we do not change. How can we bring more money into the household and stop living paycheck to paycheck if there's no business selling products? How can customers buy our stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. Good morning. They can't. How can we build our confidence and feel better about who we are if we keep breaking promises that we made to ourselves? You were supposed to finish that ebook years ago. You still haven't done it. You were supposed to lose that weight years ago. You still haven't done it. You can't. You can't keep breaking promises to yourself and think that you're going to feel good about who you are. It doesn't work like that. Thank you. So we are going to have to launch. You're going to have to launch this ebook. And I need you to understand and understand that it will never be perfect. You can work on it for 20 years. Go ahead, waste 20 years of your life that you will never get back working on this ebook. And I promise you, at the end of those 20 years, it will still not be perfect. There will still be things wrong with it. But here's the caveat. The more you do something, ladies, the better you get. The more content you create, the better your content will get. The more products you launch in the future, the better your products will get. The longer you run your business, the better your business will get. She said, "Did you just call out the weight that I lost and then found again?" I sure did. I sure did. I sure did. The better it'll get. And I don't have to convince you of this, ladies. You can see the results in your own life. Believe it or not, you did not always know how to walk and talk. No, you did not. But now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to read and write, but now you do those things just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to drive or do your job, but you do those things just fine now. How? Because you consistently do it. So why would your business be any different? It's not. The more you do it, the better you will get. That is a fact. It's already been proven. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money on today have gotten better over the years. Look at Netflix. Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. Absolutely not. They were not always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They didn't always have their own production company that is making original movies and TV shows that are now winning Emmys and Oscars today. And they damn sure did not always have wrestling on pay-per-view. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go to their website, Netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their original movies. These were movies that were once in theaters. They used to mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch that DVD as many times as you wanted, and when you were ready for your next one, you had to mail that DVD back. They didn't wait till they could afford the fanciest software. They launched with what they had. And the longer they ran their business, what happened? The more customers they got. The more customers they got, the more money they made. The more money they made, the more they were able to reinvest back into the business and make it better. But it's still not perfect. We all still have complaints. My complaint is they keep raising the price. So I don't know if you know this or not, but Netflix is $1 billion business. Not millions, no, billion with a B. I don't know why you and your ego think that you get to skip the messy middle. But if Netflix had one, $1 billion business, why do you think you get to skip all of that? You don't. You don't. You will have a messy middle too, and you will still launch regardless. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I have already accepted the fact that I am not the life coach for most people. I have already accepted the fact that I am not the business coach for most people because, believe it or not, most people are not truly looking for help. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Most people today are just looking to pass time. They're just looking to complain and vent to whoever is willing to listen. But the minute you present them with the solution that will fix all of their problems, they disappear. They go ghost. Why? Because they weren't really looking for help in the first place. They just wanted attention. I'm not here for that. I am only here to help the woman who truly wants to change her life. But in order to change, I have to tell you the truth. The truth is going to hurt. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's not supposed to be comforting. It's going to hurt. But that's where the growth is. There's no growth in your comfort zone. So I need you to be uncomfortable. The truth will set you free. And the truth is this: when you get off of work, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. The truth is, when you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally start to develop self-respect and self-love. But you make the choice not to. You choose to binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours, getting nothing done. The truth is, late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally start to respect yourself and love who you are. But again, you choose not to. You choose to scroll social media all night, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. That's what you choose to do. And the reason why we have all of these distractions, so binge watching TV, scrolling social media, men love to play video games, some people love to watch porn all day. The reason why we have all these distractions is because we are trying to escape. That's what all this is: escapism. And the reason we are trying to escape is because there's things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of us just being grown women and fixing it, we make the choice to run from it. Let me ask you, just be honest. How's that going? How's that working out? You don't know? Okay. Well, ask yourself, how do you feel? Your body will tell you if you listen. How do you feel on a day-to-day basis? When your alarm goes off in the morning, are you excited and ready to start your day? Or are you dreading it? On average, do you feel happy and peaceful? Or do you feel sad and stressed. Because if what you're doing is not working for you, then that means it is time to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same exact thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. So if what you're doing is not working, then just change. Instead of trying to escape a life that you're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So, this is what we're going to do today, not tomorrow, not next week, not June, or excuse me, not January 2027. Today. Today, we are going to turn the TV off. No more TV. Put your phone on do not disturb. No more scrolling social media. You've scrolled enough. You've seen everything you need to see. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You're going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you find a way to get distracted there. You are going to start your ebook and then you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know how you do. You don't come back. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on these instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. We are building our online business from scratch. We are building our ebook. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. And if I'm saying anything that's resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, double tap the screen, share the live. Good morning. Now, I do want to talk to my women who are still holding on to this fear, holding on tight. And if you're new here, we said fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what she's ready to do. She's happy that she found this live, though. She's happy. She said, this is divine timing. I needed to hear this. But in the back of her head, she was like, what the hell did I just walk in on? Jazz, girl, I hear you, but I don't know. You want me to make my own ebook? I don't know. You want me to be consistent? I don't know. You want me to let go of my distractions? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I want to. This sounds amazing. I would love a business. But honestly, this just sounds really, really hard. And I don't know if I can. Okay. Well, before you run away from your $1,000,000 idea, like you always do, just listen. The very first thing I want you to understand is this. I don't have the power to convince you of anything. Nobody does. So I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try. If you want to believe that showing up for yourself consistently is hard, then fine, your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that having ChatGPT write your ebook for you is hard, then fine. You're allowed to feel that way. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that letting go of the distractions that are holding you back from your dream life is hard, then fine. Your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. But I do want to remind you, the life that you're currently living is hard. Going to a job that drains you, overworks you, and underpays you every single day is hard. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula, making payment arrangement after payment arrangement, and still not knowing if you're going to have the money on the day of that arrangement is hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy, because you are so stressed out is hard. Knowing deep down in your soul, you can feel it with everything that you have, that there is something better for you, but you're not living it. That is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. That right there. And you let it. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of the things that we're talking about right now. Meanwhile, you're doing things that are 10 times harder. And this is why I keep stressing the importance of building confidence. Because what you have done is you have continued to break promises that you've made to yourself year after year after year. And this is the results of that. You don't even believe that you are capable enough to type some words into ChatGPT and copy and paste those words into a Canva template. Really, ladies? Are we serious? You don't even believe that you are capable of showing up for yourself consistently. Really? If you just got off of TikTok, it'd be easy. If you just got off of YouTube, it would be easy. But because you continue to break promises to yourself, you chip away at your confidence to where you no longer have any, and now you don't even think you can do this. I want you to be honest. When was the last time you told yourself that you're proud of you? When was the last time you told yourself how amazing you are? When was the last time that you told yourself everything you touch turns to gold? Some of y'all don't even know because you don't talk to yourself like that. And that's crazy because let's be honest, life's for everybody. Everybody has had extremely difficult times in life. And during our darkest moments, we had no clue how we were going to overcome what we were going through. But by the grace of God, we did. We got through it. So you have already proven to yourself how strong and resilient you are. I don't have to convince you. You've proven that to yourself. If you weren't strong, if you weren't resilient, you wouldn't have got through what you got through. But you did. But yet, you won't even give yourself credit where credit is due and tell yourself you're proud of you. Clearly, you are amazing because if you weren't, you wouldn't have got through what you got through. And despite you having proof in your own life of how you are able to overcome hard times, you're still going to doubt your ability to copy and paste some words. You're still going to doubt your ability to show up for yourself consistently. You're still going to doubt your ability to let go of things that are not helping you. That's crazy. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and you see people living harder lives than you, still showing up and getting it done? There are women on these apps who have more children than you, and they're still finding the time to show up and build their business. I saw a woman on TikTok, she had 12 kids. 12. And she was still hosting her live, selling her products. There are people on these apps who are living their darkest moments right now. They've gotten laid off. They've gotten fired. They've gotten evicted. They've gotten foreclosed on. And despite all of that, they are still showing up, building their business, making it work. So if they can do it, why can't you? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's not because they're more talented than you. No. It's not because they're more special than you. It's not even because they're more privileged than you. Absolutely not. The only reason why they're able to do it and you're not is because they made the choice to let go of fear. They made the choice to take a half an inch out of their comfort zone and do something just a little bit different to slowly but surely get them to the results they want, and you choose not to. They choose to create content and you choose to consume it. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. They let go of fear and you refuse to. Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I've been doing this full time for 6 years now. I started during COVID, made more money than I could have ever imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. For the first time in my life, I have peace. You can't even put a price tag on that. For the first time in my life, I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. For the first time in my life, I have purpose. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. For the first time in my life, I have confidence. I think very highly of myself, and I keep all of the promises that I make to myself. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very different life. Okay. I used to be miserable, miserable. I used to have really bad depression. I used to be very anxious. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I had a 9 to 5 that I absolutely hated. And to top it all off, I used to be an alcoholic. See, I had bought into the American dream blueprint that they tell all of us. I bought in back in high school because society told me that in order to live a good life, all I had to do was go off to college and get a 4-year bachelor's degree. And that once I graduated, I'd be able to find a good job with benefits and stability. I would make more than enough money to where I could travel a few times a year. I could save up and buy a house, and I could put extra money into my 401k savings so that when I do get too old to work, I'll be able to retire with dignity. That's what society said. So I bought in. I went off to college. My mom told me to go. All of my friends went, so I went. And I did the whole dorm room experience. I stayed 2 hours away from home. 4 years later, I graduated, got my bachelor's degree. That degree cost me $40,000, by the way. After I graduated college, had to move back home and start looking for a job. Most college grads do. 6 months later, got my first full-time job with benefits. My dream job. I was so excited. They're about to pay me to not be at work. They were giving me PTO. I ain't never had a job that was going to pay me to not be at work. And they were giving me $60,000 a year. At 23 years old, I thought I was about to be rich. I thought I hit a lick. This was 2013. So this is before inflation. I really thought my American dream life was about to happen. So I moved out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules anyways. I was ready to live on my own and do my own thing. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. Absolutely not. I decided to go get a car payment. Okay. I already had a car. My car was paid off. My grandma bought me that car when I graduated high school. But the American dream is a fancy car. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life. Okay. The car that I had was paid off, but it was old. It didn't have leather seats. It didn't have a push to start button. It didn't have a tablet on the dash. That wasn't good enough. I had to upgrade. So I decided to get a brand new Dodge Charger. That car cost me $450 a month. And we all know with the expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, the girl was broke. Okay. I couldn't afford to travel. The only thing I traveled to was to work. I couldn't afford to put extra money into my 401k. I was broke. I could barely afford to eat. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them student loans. See, at 23, I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back for some student loans. I thought it was all fun and games because everybody has student loans, right? It's the American way. Girl, the government is not playing with you when it comes to those student loans. They're dead ass serious. They want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call you, but they won't send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But you best believe after that 6-month mark, they are sending letters to the house because they want to see those tax returns. Because here's the thing, they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper that I made $60,000 a year, they didn't care how much my rent was. They didn't care how much my car payment was. All they knew was I made $60,000 a year and I didn't have any dependents and no children. So they said, okay, cool. Well, then you should have no problem paying us back $400 a month. I said, what? $400? What? Yeah, that's the price. And it's not up for negotiation. That is the price. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I genuinely couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. Thank you, Biz Boss. My credit score dropped 520. So there goes my American dreams of home ownership because what bank is going to give me a mortgage loan with a 520 credit score? No one. Ain't going to happen. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit off of some student loans. I have one last problem. I hated my job. Nowhere in that American dream blueprint did they tell me I would be miserable at my 9 to 5. Now, listen, I'm not going to hold you. When I was young in my 20s, I was extremely naive. I was green as hell. And I believed anything that anyone told me. I went into my interview and my supervisor told me that even though the department was all women, and even though I was going to be the youngest one there, they all got along. They're one big old happy work family. There was no cattiness, no drama. And I believed that to be true. Mistake number one. I learned that in corporate America, those are not your friends. But you got to watch them because they're slick with it. They don't just come out and tell you that they're not your friends. No. They're fake. See, they'll kiki and caca with you in the break room. But don't get confused. That's not your friend. They will even hang out with you off the clock. So they're not even getting paid to be around you, but they will still invite you to happy hour. They will invite you to their house. They will invite you to their weddings and their baby showers so you can meet their loved ones. But don't you dare get confused. That is not your friend and they don't like you. It's weird, but that's what they're doing. They will even spend their hard-earned money on you. So when it's your birthday, they will all come together and buy you a gift with the money that they worked for. But they don't like you. For the holidays, we do Thanksgiving potlucks. So we all bring a dish and we feed each other. But we don't like each other. It's weird. And all you got to do is piss off the right one. Go ahead. Go ahead and piss off the right one. And they will make sure that every single day that you work there, you will be miserable. I made the tragic mistake. I take full accountability of making friends with a woman who was 31. I was 23. And we used to do everything together off the clock. She would tell me that I was like the little sister that she never had. And my naive ass believed her. And I was telling her all of my tea. I was telling her things I didn't like about our supervisor. Well, one day she decided to tell my supervisor everything that I told her in confidence. And as a result, my supervisor made sure that every single day I worked there, I was miserable. Now, I know no better. I should have shut up. I didn't know that there's no friends in the workplace. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to find a new job. But no one was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit and I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. You truly are blessed. Because I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not going to get no better. That's how trapped feels. You can try to be positive and optimistic all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. That's how trap feels. You can try to pray about it, but it begins to feel like God is ignoring you because you still wake up with the same problems every day. You could try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can catch up on some bills and stop being so daggone stressed about money. But just when you start to have a little bit of a savings account, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It's always something. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. And I lived like that for 6 years. I used to pull up at that job. I would sit in my car and cry before I clocked in every single day. I started to bring that job home with me. You know what that means? So, what that means is you are at home. You've clocked out. You should be at peace in your own home, but you can't be because you're replaying all of the toxic things that these people are doing to you. They have taken over your mind, they are living in your head rent free. They've stolen your peace. I was so stressed out about bills, I couldn't sleep anymore. I started to have anxiety. I used to be paranoid at my job. I thought they were trying to fire me. So every single thing that I did, I was fearful that they were going to write me up. I started to have anxiety, things I never had before. And to cope with all that stress and that depression, I started drinking. First, it was a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, but that quickly spiraled out of control, and I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you any of this is because if any of my story is resonating with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains you every day is so hard. Crying because you are so stressed is so hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. Back then, I didn't have any hobbies and I didn't have any interests. My life began to feel like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat, week after week, month after month, and year after year. For the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me for hating my life, failing to realize that's depressing. And anyone would be depressed with a life like that. But now I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. And I want that for you too. And the beauty of online business is you can monetize anything. Ladies, your ideas are not stupid. And no, your idea is not far-fetched. I don't have to convince you. How many times have you scrolled on your feed and seen people doing the darndest things? How many times have you told yourself you could do a better job? The only difference between me and other creators and you is the fact that we made the choice to let go of fear and you refused to. We made the choice to take a half an inch out of our comfort zone and do something a little bit different, and you refuse to. That is the only difference. It's not talent. It's just the fact that we decide to try and you don't want to. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope you realize that if you work 40 hours a week or more, you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your family that loves you. I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive into the city was over an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back. That's 2 hours in the car. That's 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. It's gone. I'll never get it back. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You feel defeated. You only get a few hours to spend with your spouse or your children before you have to put everyone to bed just to repeat the cycle again the next day. And let's be clear, your loved ones, they don't get to experience the peaceful version of you because you're not peaceful. They don't get to experience the happy version of you because you're not happy. You know what version of you they get? They get the stressed out version of you. They get the depressed version of you. They get the anxious version of you. That's not fair. You put everyone to bed just to repeat the cycle again the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you get to do what you love, but Sunday not so much because Sunday you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So that means you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to do laundry, you have to go to the grocery store, and then you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God that I serve, he loves me, and he loves me a lot. And let me ask you, if he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be hating the very life that he blessed me with? He didn't. That's not why he put me here. He put me here for a very special reason, and he allowed me the opportunity to find it. And online business, social media allowed me the opportunity to monetize it. He put you here for a very special reason, too. There is something extremely special about you, too. But the problem is, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim, and then it gets dark. Maybe it was toxic family. Maybe it was toxic friends. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. For me, it was a toxic job. Something stole your light. And now you're sitting here believing that you can't do any of this. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. See, I believe God is within us. He's not outside of you. You actually run into more problems when you try to find him outside of you. You have God within you, and I have God within me. And if you listen, you can hear him. He talks to you all day, but we'll distract ourselves to avoid listening. And if something inside of you told you to start this, try this, post this, launch this, do this, that's because you can. He's talking to you. If it was truly something that you could not do, if it was truly something that was out of reach for you, best believe you would have never thought it. God would never plant seeds in an environment that cannot harvest them. If it was truly something you were incapable of, I promise you, it would have never even crossed your mind. But it did, because you can. But in order to actually get it done, you are going to have to let go of fear. You are going to have to decide to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and do something just a little bit different every single day to slowly but surely get you to the results that you want. Because if you don't, fear will continue to steal your dream life from you. I'm going to assume that the life you want to live has financial freedom. I'm going to make the assumption that the life you want allows you to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to do it. I'm going to assume that you want to be a confident woman. I'm going to assume that you want to be a woman who's running her business on her own terms and not caring what people think about you. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume that you have standards and boundaries for your life and that you know how to put yourself first without feeling guilty. I'm going to assume that you want to be the version of you that knows how to cut people off who use and abuse you. I'm going to assume that's the woman you want to be. But in order to become that woman, you're going to have to change who you are, because the woman you are today doesn't align with that. And until you change you, I promise you, you will never be that version of you. That version of you that I just described, she's already within you, okay? But the problem is she's buried under fear. She's buried under limiting beliefs. She's buried under excuses and procrastination. She's buried under the refusal of putting herself first in her own life. And until you change those things, you will never become her. You will never become that version of you. You are going to have to change. See, the uncomfortable truth is we attract what we are. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. How can you attract a successful business when you make excuses all day? You can't. How can you attract confidence when you tear yourself down all day? You can't. How can you think highly of yourself when you surround yourself with negative ass people? You can't, and you won't. So, if you want to attract better, you're going to have to become better. And in order to become better, you are going to have to change, because you are holding yourself back. And you can play victim Olympics all you want. You can play the blame game all you want, but it still won't change a thing. You can't change other people. You cannot control other people, but you can always change yourself, and you can always control yourself. And if you want a better life, it starts with you. Every single day you have a choice. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's true. You can either choose to do what you've been doing and making the same excuses you've been making, or you can choose to do something different. You have that choice every day. But unfortunately, so many people choose to do the same exact thing because it's easier, but it's not. It's harder. Those easy choices make life hard. It's easy to overeat. It's easy to go to Chick-fil-A every day. It's easy to drink soda every day, but it comes with a hard life. And this is coming from a woman who was 100 pounds overweight. You know what those easy choices come with? Pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. That's what that comes with. I lived it. And until I changed, I was going to keep having all of the problems that come with those easy choices. But once I changed what I ate, once I started moving my body, I lost 100 pounds and I got all of the progress that comes along with it. No more prediabetes, no more high blood pressure, no more high cholesterol, because I chose the harder thing that comes with an easier life. It's easy to scroll social media all day. That's easy. But what does that come with? You want to know what it comes with? It comes with comparing yourself to other people. It comes with feeling like you're behind. It comes with being insecure. That's what it comes with, because you're sitting around watching other people live a life that you want to live. It's easy to talk about what you're going to do tomorrow and tomorrow never comes. That's easy. But all of those easy choices that you choose come with a hard ass life. It comes with a life that you're not happy with. It comes with a life of stress. It's stressful to compare yourself to other people and think that you're not good enough. That is stressful and depressing, but you make that choice because you won't get off of these apps. Because the life that you want is not on TikTok. The life that you want is not on YouTube. If you truly want to live a happier life, a more abundant life, a more peaceful life, it starts with you. So, yes, you may have to do the thing that you've been avoiding. Sure, it's hard, but it comes with peace. It comes with the happiness that you're searching for, because now you get to wake up every day doing what you love. It comes with freedom. Thank you. But you keep avoiding the hard thing for the easier thing. The only thing you're doing is choosing easy to get hard. Why don't you choose hard to get easy? Because in order to do that, that's going to require you to get out of your comfort zone. And most of you don't want to. Your comfort zone is just your daily routines and habits. It's what you're used to. It's the people that you talk to. It's the environments that you frequent. It's the excuses that you make. It's the path of least resistance. It's what's most familiar to you. But haven't you noticed that the life that you claim you want so badly isn't in that comfort zone that you refuse to leave? If it was, I promise you this, you wouldn't be here on this live, because you would be out living your best life. There's a whole world out there, and you don't even get to see it because you won't close these apps. See, your comfort zone is scrolling. Your comfort zone is watching TikTok live after TikTok live. Your comfort zone is watching YouTube video after YouTube video. So in order for you to get out of your comfort zone, that's going to require you to close the app. See, what you have done is you have convinced yourself that by watching people talk about business, that you're starting a business. Ma'am, no, you're not. You're not starting anything. A business does not come from watching people talk about business. Becoming a content creator does not come from watching people talk about content creation. Losing weight does not come from watching people talk about weight loss. It comes from doing the thing that you keep avoiding. In the 6 years that I have run a full-time business, the business did not come from me watching people talk about business. It came from me executing. In order for me to lose 100 pounds, I couldn't sit on YouTube and watch tutorials on how to lose 100 pounds. I had to do it. I had to actually get my ass up off of the couch and meal prep. I had to actually get my ass up, go outside and walk. I had to actually go to the gym. You cannot watch about the thing. You have to do the thing. But so many people would rather take the easy route. It's easy to watch about the thing. Some of y'all are journaling queens. You will journal about the thing for years. I don't even know what you're writing down anymore because you've already journaled. You will manifest about the thing. You will tell other people about the thing. You'll do everything except the thing. The thing is what you're avoiding. And the reason why you're avoiding the thing is because that's going to require you to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone, and you don't want to do that. You just want to talk about it. So you will continue to waste year after year after year, staying in the exact same place, avoiding the very thing that will change your entire life forever. You get one life. You don't get 10. I don't know what world you live in, but in the real world, you get one. You get one life. And so many people would rather waste their one life. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy to hope. It's easy to wish. It's easy to pray. The hard thing is to do. But when you do the hard thing, you will get the easy life. But if you want to do the easy things, it comes with a hard life. You don't see that? You don't see that? One thing that I have noticed about society today is we have become extremely entitled. The entitlement level is at an all-time high. And the unfortunate thing is, people have been living in entitlement for so long, they don't even recognize how entitled they have become. And so many people believe that they are entitled to time. And what you have done is you have convinced yourself that if you don't start changing today, you're entitled to tomorrow. And if you decide that tomorrow no longer works for you, you're entitled to next month. And if you decide that next month isn't really good for you, you're entitled to next year. That's what you really believe. But that's where you lose me. Because the last time I checked, tomorrow is not guaranteed. So, how do you know that you'll always have tomorrow to change? Who told you that? How can you be so sure? The uncomfortable truth is, you don't know how many tomorrows you get. There's always this guarantee. You don't know when, you don't know where, and you don't know how. But we all get an expiration date. And instead of you living life with the time that you are blessed with to the fullest, doing things that make you happy, surrounding yourself with people who love you and who respect you, putting yourself first in your own life, keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Instead of you living every day like that, you choose to waste your precious time scrolling. You choose to waste your precious time around people who disrespect you, use you, and abuse you. You choose to waste your precious time pouring into people who don't even pour into you. You choose to waste your precious time making excuses and procrastinating. That's what you choose to do with your precious, valuable time. I don't know if you know this or not, but time is your most precious, valuable asset. It's not money. See, I used to think it was money. I used to think that my most precious, valuable asset is money. You are sadly mistaken. Absolutely not. It is your time. See, you could lose $50 tomorrow, and yeah, it'll piss you off. Who wants to lose 50 bucks? Yeah, you'll be mad. But guess what? You can make it back. Might take you a few hours, sure, but you can make it back. But when you lose your time, you don't get a second of that back. The only thing you get is regret. Regret is a heavy emotion to carry with you every day. And that emotion will weigh you down. You regret wasting time. But instead of you just forgiving yourself and making the choice to never waste your time again, you'd rather sit in regret all day and talk about shoulda, woulda, coulda, if, ands, or buts. That's what you choose every day. You're going to have to change that. Time is precious. Time is valuable. And you don't get as much time as you feel entitled to. And I don't have to convince you of how quickly time is moving because you can see it for yourself. Just be honest. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow, I cannot believe it is June 2026. It feels like just last week it was January 1st. Wow. I cannot believe I am 35 years old. Or insert your age there. If you are anything like me, you do that every day. So you can already see for yourself how quickly time is moving. And you still make the choice to waste your precious, valuable time. You're going to have to change that because you don't have as much time as you think that you do. And I promise you this, one day you will run out of time. One of the toughest reality pills that I had to accept in my own level up journey, and this is tough, so brace your ego. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. I told you guys I used to be 100 pounds overweight. Well, my obesity was a direct reflection of the choices that I made. It was a direct reflection of the foods I chose to eat and the exercises I chose not to do. And as a result, I got all of the problems that came along with those choices. Prediabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And until I made better choices, I would continue to have those struggles. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. For the longest time, I thought the reason why I was living paycheck to paycheck was just because I didn't make enough money. And if I just made more, then that problem would go away. Nope. The truth is, I put myself in that situation because I chose to buy cars that I couldn't afford. I chose to live in apartments that I couldn't afford. So I got all of the stress that came along with those poor financial decisions. I did it to myself. And if I wanted to stop stressing about money, I was going to have to be smarter with it. That was a choice that I made. Now, some of y'all might sit here and say, Jazz, I hear you. Some people do live above their means. Some people are keeping up with the Joneses, but that's not why I'm struggling financially. How is it my fault that I can't get ahead in this economy? Ladies, the truth is, your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm going to tell you why. The truth is, times have been hard. Am I lying? This didn't happen last night. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. This isn't new. But every day you choose to do nothing about it. Because let's be real, I didn't teach you what an ebook was this morning. You already knew that because you are on TikTok all day. You already knew what an ebook was. Now, you might not have had the exact prompts that I gave you, but you had some prompts. You already knew what Canva was. You already knew what ChatGPT was. I didn't teach you that. But every single day, you make the choice to do nothing with the information that you've been provided with. Because you could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You'd be making sales today. You could have started creating that content 5 months ago. You would be building your community today. But every day you make the choice not to. You choose to complain, you choose to vent, you choose to throw pity parties for yourself, you choose to talk about what's not fair and what's not going to work for you. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life forever, which is start. And until you start, until you execute with the information that you have been provided with, I promise you without a doubt, 1000% guarantee your life will not change. That is a promise. That is a fact. You are going to have to change that. You are going to have to execute. You're going to have to put yourself first in your own life and actually get the stuff done. If you truly want to change your life, you're going to have to change you. You can bounce from all the lives you want. Go ahead. But if you don't become more disciplined, if you don't become more consistent, if you don't become more confident, if you don't start becoming more stingy with your energy and more intentional with your time, you will continue to get the same results you've been getting. And you will continue to live life the way you've been living it. Wishing, hoping, praying, and manifesting and getting nothing done. It starts with you. And sure, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Okay. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are so stressed, because you are so sad. With the way life is going for you right now, it's hard. Making payment arrangement after payment arrangement, trying to rob Patrice to pay Paula. That is hard. I've been there. I've done that. Trust me. I know. Knowing deep down inside, you can feel it with your soul that there is something better for you, but you're not living it. It's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. I've lived both hearts, and I will always choose this one because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with the income that you need to live the life that you want. And I keep telling you, and I'll tell you again, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God gave you those ideas for a reason. God doesn't make mistakes. If something inside of you told you to launch, to start, to post, to do, that's because you can. If it was truly out of reach for you, if it was truly something you were incapable of, I promise you without a doubt, it would have never crossed your mind. But it did because you can. But in order to actually get it done this time, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to let go of fear. And you're going to have to decide to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and do something just a little bit different to slowly but surely get you to the results that you've always wanted for your life. Because if you don't, you will keep living the way that you've been living. The choice is always yours. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. But I can only help people who genuinely want it. I can't help people who don't. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep doing you. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to start your online business from scratch. I don't care what your starting point is, I can help you. Together, you and I will build your digital product and we will sell it. I'm going to teach you how to grow your platform. So your YouTubes, your TikToks, your Instagrams, everything that you need to be successful with your online business is inside of Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your business, most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build you. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your consistency together every single day. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your discipline together every single day. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your confidence every single day. Inside of Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to start making you a priority in your own life. Yes, we do all have 24 hours, absolutely, without a doubt. But we do not all have the same responsibilities. Together, you and I are going to figure out what works best for you with the time that you do have so that you can still handle your responsibilities and live your life. You can still be an amazing wife or girlfriend and run a successful business. You can still be an amazing mother and run a successful business. You can still be an amazing daughter and friend and still run a successful business. Together, you and I will figure out what works best for you, and we'll move around that. Glow Up Academy is the space where not only do you start, you actually become the version of yourself that follows through. Now, before I let you join, just a couple of things. First thing is, I only allow 10 people to join at one time because believe it or not everybody has the same path. We're all different. Some people have a product, but they don't have an audience. Some people have an audience, but they don't have a product. Some people have a million ideas, but you're spreading yourself too thin. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. That is very much true. Some of you guys are spreading yourselves too thin, so you're trying to put your energy into way too many things, and nothing's getting done. So together, you and I are going to pick your one most favorite idea, and we're going to build that. We're not going to build 10. And then once that one idea is making money, then we can reach back into the pile and pull up another idea and start building that. Some of you guys have no clue what kind of business you want to start, and that's fine. You and I will figure that out together. And then some of you guys don't want to start a business right now or ever. Maybe there's other things you want to work on. You want to work on your confidence. You want to work on discipline and consistency, prioritizing yourself. No matter what your goals are, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself that having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. because I want to make sure that I'm able to sit down and talk to you about what you're struggling with, and we create a game plan specifically for you. Okay. I am your life coach, and I want to make sure that I'm able to pour into you the way that you deserve. So that's why I cap it at 10, and I don't accept more members until I'm ready for more. Okay. Also, I'm going to set us a timer for 10 minutes because I told you guys earlier, I'm only interested in helping people who want it. I can't force and I can't convince. The woman who is truly sick of her own BS, that's who I'm here to help. I'm not here to help people who just want attention. I'm not here to help people who just want to complain and vent and don't want no solutions to their problems. That's not what I'm here for. The woman who knows, she's the one who moves. And deep down inside, you know I can help you. That's why you're still here. If you didn't think that I would be able to help you, you would have left a long time ago. But you're here because you can feel it. So stop overthinking, because that overthinking that you're doing doesn't get you anywhere. It just keeps you stagnant. Because once that timer goes off, we're done. Okay. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're inside forever. You will always have access to all of the information that's in there and what I update regularly. Things do change on these platforms, like algorithms and things like that. So I'm always changing things up, adding things. So you'll always have access to that. You'll also always have access to our live coaching calls. We go live inside of there. And even if you can't make them, maybe you're at work or you have things to do with your family, that's fine. You'll always have access to the replay, so you never miss a beat. You will also always have access to ask me any questions that you have, any feedback that you want. I'm only one message away. I respond to all of my students, and I'm always checking in with you too to make sure that you're doing the things that we talked about and that you're not falling behind. Okay. Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, it is $5.97, and it is worth every penny of $5.97. Okay. But because you guys were present this morning, you took notes, you asked questions, and most importantly, you promised you were going to execute. I'm going to take the lifetime price down, and it'll stay down for the duration of the 10 minutes that the timer's going. But once that timer goes off, the price will go back up to $5.97. So like I said, stop overthinking because it doesn't get you anywhere. And you can use Afterpay or Klarna if you would like to break that payment up. Okay. If you're not familiar with the Skool platform, I do want to show you this. Inside of Skool, you guys, there's an inbox icon. Now, in 10 minutes, I'm going to be getting off of this live and I'm going to be sending you a message, okay? Because I want to know more about you, what you're struggling with, what your goals are. We're also going to lock in our one-on-one, all right? So please make sure you respond to me. There's an inbox. Please make sure you respond to me. I know some of you guys might be at work or some of you guys have things to do with your family, so you might not be able to respond right now, but I do need you to promise me that before the weekend is over, you take some time to respond, because the quicker you respond to me, the quicker we can get started. I'm waiting on you. Time is of the essence, and you've wasted way too much time. Okay, so just respond so we can get started. All right, discipline, consistency, everything. I'm waiting on you. All right, so please respond. There'll be a red icon, like a red one, next to the inbox. So make sure you respond to that. Okay. And also, like I said, I'm always checking in with you to make sure that you're staying on track. Okay. I am your life coach. So I want to know what's going on. If you fell off, how we're going to get back on. All right. So please always make sure you're checking your inbox for me. All right. Now, I'm going to show TikTok how to join first, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different. So just kind of hang tight for a few minutes. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now, I am on 2 TikToks, okay? The one that says tired of your own BS, you guys are on my backup account, so my profile does not look like this, but the link is still going to be the same, okay? You're going to click where it says stand.store, and here we are. Now, become the woman who actually follows through. The price has been marked down and it'll stay marked down for the next 10 minutes. Okay. So it's marked down from $5.97 to $3.49 for the next 10 minutes. Okay. Scroll down. Feel free to read and listen to my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. You guys, this is important. The email address that you guys put in is where everything is going. Okay. Sometimes the autocorrect will get you and it'll mess up some letters, Please quadruple check that. Okay. Like I said, you can use Afterpay or Klarna if you would like to break that payment up. And then you're going to click this blue button right here that says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds tops, you will be receiving your very first email from Stan. That's the order confirmation email. The second email will be coming from me. It'll say Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glow Up Academy. I am Jasmine Spencer. Okay. When you open up that second email, you'll see a yellow button that says Join Now. Click it, and then you'll have full access inside of Glow Up Academy. I need you guys to come back to this live and let me know that you received everything and that you are fully inside. Also, make sure you check the promotional tab and the spam folder. I've had a couple of students tell me that sometimes that email shows up there too. So check those. If you did not receive the email, that's because there was a spelling mistake, but no worries, we'll fix it right here on live and get you right where you need to be. So that's why I need you to come back and let me know that you have everything and that we're all set. Okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a tad bit different. You're going to leave the live. You're going to come to my YouTube channel and you're going to click right here where it says Stand.store. Oopsies. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. Same thing. It's marked down from $5.97 to $3.49. It'll say $3.49 for the next 10 minutes. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews and listen. I don't mind. Enter your name. Quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that up. And then click this blue button that says Start My Glow Up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start our timer now. And Amber, I see you just joined. Give me 1 second to send out that second email. Give me 1 second and I got you. All right, the timer has started. Let me get Amber straight. And like I said, you guys, please make sure you come back and let me know you received your email, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be to know whether or not there was a spelling mistake or not. And I need to know that you're fully inside, okay? Because I can't message you until you are inside. So don't just tell me you got the email. I need you to actually be inside of Glow Up Academy, okay? Amber, can you check your email for me? I just sent you that second email now. Make sure you check your spam folder and your promotional tab too. All right, we got a few minutes left. Let's knock out some of our affirmations before we close this up. And Amber, I'm waiting on you. I don't know if you're on TikTok or YouTube. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. Absolutely. But I do want to say this. Motivation, you guys, is a figment of your imagination. It's not real. You're not looking for motivation. What you're looking for is a dopamine hit. You need something that excites you in the moment. It's the same as a drug addict needing a fix, okay? If it was only motivation that you needed, you would only need to watch one motivational video and you would never need to watch another one because you got the motivation that you needed. But you find yourself bouncing from one motivational video to another because you're looking for a rush. You're looking to be excited for the moment. But that motivation fades because the motivation isn't real. What you need is discipline. What you need is consistency, not motivation. Discipline and consistency is boring. And that's the problem that you struggle with. You will think everything is supposed to be exciting, but it's not. A peaceful life requires a lot of discipline. It's very still. It's very calm. It's not chaos. It's not thrill. It's not a rush. But that's what you're looking for. And that's why you think that you need to be motivated. No, you need to build discipline. You need to show up even when you don't feel like it. You need to show up even if you're not motivated, even if you'd rather be doing something else. That's what builds a business. That's what builds your dream life. Discipline and consistency, not motivation. So for those of you guys who think that you need to be motivated, what you're seeking is a dopamine fix. You are addicted to social media. That's number one. And number two, you need discipline, not motivation. Okay. Next one. Let me check. 1 second, Amber. Yes, you are inside, so you are good to go. So we have 6 minutes left on our timer. Just kind of hang tight, and then as soon as I get off of this live, I'm gonna be messaging you. Okay, so you are good to go there. I trust myself and my abilities to succeed. I trust myself and my abilities to succeed. If you don't trust yourself, that's because you're always breaking promises to yourself because you always make excuses. You'd rather go off of the mood and not the plan. If you want to start trusting yourself and believing in yourself, you're going to have to change who you are. You can't get around it. So many people want the results of discipline without doing the work of discipline. So many people want the results of weight loss without doing the weight loss part. It's crazy. It's like this copy paste society. It's this microwavable society. No one actually wants to show up for anything. They just want the results of it. But that doesn't exist. If it did, you would already have it. Am I lying? You would already have it. In order to get something, you're going to have to give something up. That's the part that unfortunately goes over so many people's head. In order to get something, you're going to have to give something up. If you want to get a business, you're going to have to give up excuses. You're going to have to give up procrastination. You're going to have to give up negative self talk. How can you have a successful business when you're calling yourself stupid every day? You can't. It's not going to happen. If it did, if it would, you would already have that. Some of you guys are your biggest bullies to yourself. You criticize yourself the hardest, but yet somehow you think you're going to show up for yourself, talking to yourself the way you talk to yourself. It doesn't even make sense. You have to change that. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Absolutely. Instead of focusing on the overall goal, focus on the baby steps that'll slowly get you there. So, excuse me, for instance, you want a 6-figure business. Okay. Well, instead of you focusing on the number 6 figures, what small things can you do every day that will eventually get you to those 6 figures? Posting consistently, finishing the product, talking about the product, setting aside time in your day to work on your business. Those are the things that if you do those will get you to the goal. Instead of spending hours upon hours on social, what is wrong with taking 30 minutes to work on your business? I don't get it. I'm lost. I'm so confused. These are the things that I'm talking about. It all starts with you. Okay? Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. You're never going to be perfect. So stop focusing on it. Just focus on the progress. What small things are you doing that eventually get you there? And that's another reason why I tell y'all to stop being on these apps, because what you're doing, and I used to do it too, is you're comparing your day 1 to someone's year 20. You're comparing your week 1 to someone's year 5. That's like comparing apples to oranges. It doesn't even make sense, but that's what you're doing. And you don't even realize it. But in the process of doing that, now you're telling yourself, oh, well, it's not perfect, so I got to do this first. I got to do that first. No, you just got to start. You just got to start. But you don't want to do that because starting is going to require you to close the app. And so many people, unfortunately, are not willing to do that. You're not willing to. You say you are, but what do your actions show? Your actions show that you would rather be scrolling than doing. That's what it's giving. But if you just focus on the progress and not being perfect, well, then you're going to start to feel better about yourself because now you're going to say things like, wow, I didn't even think I could do this. And I built up the courage to do it. That's going to make you feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you do more good things for yourself and it snowballs. And you start showing up for yourself more and more because of how it makes you feel. It makes you feel good. Next thing you know, you're cutting distractions left and right. People are getting sliced and diced because you get addicted to that feeling of feeling good about yourself, being proud of who you are and what you're accomplishing. That was our timer. I'm gonna show you guys one more time. We're gonna close this out. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture, oops, up at the top twice. You come to my profile. Don't forget the one that says tired of my own BS. My profile does not look like this because you guys are on my backup account, but the link is still the same. You're going to click where it says stand.store. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. And it's marked down to $3.49 from $5.97. Scroll down. Feel free to read and listen to my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that up. And then click this blue button that says Start My Glow Up. Okay. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, here we go. You're going to leave the live, come to my YouTube channel, click where it says stand.store. And then the same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click that blue button that says Start My Glow Up. Okay. All right. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Amber, I'm hopping in now. You'll be receiving a message from me in the next few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't join, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm glad that you are getting the results that you've always wanted and you don't feel the need to change. But I will say this, at the end of the day, the life that you're looking for is not on TikTok. The life that you're looking for is not on YouTube. If you truly want to change your life, it's going to require you to change who you are. You cannot escape that. You cannot escape that. Okay. So I'm going to urge and encourage you to get off of these apps and start living your life. There's a whole world out there. Live your life. Stop scrolling. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning. Have an amazing Saturday, and I will see you guys later. Okay. Bye, YouTube.